What's good, everybody? Welcome to Bowler's Paradise. My name is Ben. I'm a USB-C Silver Certified Coach, and today we are taking a look at the all-new Hazmat from Hammer. Before we fire it up, be sure you are subscribed to the channel. It's free, it's easy, and it's the best way to help us out. So if you're a part of that 78% that isn't subscribed, scroll on down and click the button. If I were responsible for designing a ball that was the best at leaving 9 pins, it would look a whole lot like this all-new Hazmat from Hammer. Starting on the outside, the Hazmat features the Semtex hybrid cover with, of course, that HK22 base material, finished to 1500 grit polished out of the box. And the engine on the inside of it is that all-new low RG and high differential Hazmat core. Since the Hazmat is the first of its kind from Hammer, I went with a basic 5x5x2 2LS layout. This has become my go-to benchmark layout and one I have had a ton of success with, but most of all has given me some of the best information to give to you about bowling balls featuring new technologies like this one from Hammer. And on the lanes, holy cow, the Hazmat is strong. Even though I expected a lot of ball, this thing was 2 whole zones stronger than I would have ever dreamt of. I didn't stand a chance of hitting the pocket with it until I was inside a 4th arrow, and even then it felt like a lot of ball. If I didn't fire it to the spot, it was probably either going to run Brooklyn or go through the face. But once I got into the right zone, the Hazmat was absolutely deadly. This thing is loaded with power, and I think this one officially takes the #1 spot on the list of most continuous bowling balls currently in production, which on house shots is most of the time a pretty great thing, at least until you start leaving 9 pins. I would have definitely benefited from some more volume on this lane, as I didn't really need this much overall hook potential, but the shape is one that I think a lot of bowlers are really gonna like. But on the list of potential downsides, this much power can sometimes generate an over-under reaction. It can force you to the inside part of the lane relatively fast, and then once you're there, if you miss it in the oil, sometimes it'll fly past the break point, and then if you miss it outside, sometimes it'll run through the face. If you were to hit it with a 3000 grit Abralon pad, you'd probably see a more even and generally usable reaction, but if instead you were to pair it with a good benchmark solid symmetrical ball like the Ebonite GB2 and a low differential pearl like the Track Tundra Fire, I think you could keep the Hazmat in this high risk, high reward type zone. Those other 2 pieces would likely be used more than the Hazmat overall, but when it's right, I don't know if there's a ball on the market today that's going to keep up with this hybrid green beast. Moving to our Crossbrand comparison, let's first take a look at the DV8 Verge Hybrid, which, even though they're similar in core, cover, finish, and they're both made in the same building, the reactions are exceptionally different. The Verge and Hazmat are similar in overall hook potential, but the Verge uses it much sooner and is meant to control the friction, where the Hazmat is best used when you have to go around it. Then I grabbed the Rotogrip TNT Infused, and I see much more overlap here than I did with the Verge. The Infused is more core dominant, where the Hazmat is a slightly more balanced, but the big difference is the path off the end of the pattern. The Hazmat is substantially more continuous than the TNT, which typically results in higher scores on high ratio or league style conditions. But with that, here's my recommendations I think would match up well with the Hazmat. The first is bowlers with a lot of tilt. As tilt naturally produces length through friction, these bowlers may struggle to open up the lane, but they can throw those worries away when this ball gets into their arsenal. It's so fast and continuous that these bowlers will be able to get inside and see a great shape after there's been a lot of traffic on the lane. The second recommendation is for speed dominant players. The miss that's most frustrating for these bowlers is when they have to move inside and then the ball blows past the break point. The Hazmat will keep them from getting trapped in between and able to make parallel moves inside, as the ball will be able to clear the fronts well, but still make a strong move off the spot even though the path is through more oil. The all-new Hazmat from Hammer is a monster, plain and simple, but in the right hands, it'll be toxic to your competition. And you can pick this up today and much more at bowlersparadise.com. Be sure you use that discount code YouTube at checkout for free shipping. Thank you to my friend Nick Pluff for the drilling of this piece, and to Dale's Weston Lanes for letting us film this video. If you haven't yet, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell for more ball and product reviews. And as always, remember you guys, having the right ball in your hands, now that's a bowler's paradise. Peace.